Temperature in the mid-90s, but despite the heat, a crowd of more than 100,000 is expected to watch one of just 3 games this weekend between ranked teams. It's number 24 Kansas and number 3 Texas. And as we welcome you to Austin, we have breaking news. Let's send you down to the sideline to Molly McGrath.
Well, Sean, this Kansas team and coaching staff was shocked to learn that their quarterback, Jalen Daniels, suffered a back injury. He re-aggravated a pre-existing back injury just this morning. He was expected to start. He practiced all week. He came out during their initial warm-up period, but he's been back in the locker room seeking treatment for back tightness ever since. Head coach Lance Leipold told me they're doing everything they can to get him ready to play and to make sure that he's available, but I was told just a minute ago that he is still not in pads in the locker room area. So it looks like their starter is going to be Jason Bean today, Sean. All
right, Molly, Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy in the broadcast booth. Obviously, that's a big blow to Kansas if Daniels can't go. He's the Big 12 preseason Offensive Player of the Year. But in Jason Bean, they have an experienced backup. He started the season opener against Missouri State when Daniels had back issues.
43 career games played. He's been around. He's been a featured player, not just throughout the course of this season, but dating back to last year. Of course, Jalen Daniels missed several games last year with an injured shoulder. Jason Bean's not the thrower that Jalen Daniels is, but he does have electric speed. One of the fastest players on the team, so you'll still have to account for the potential game-breaking nature of the quarterback position when the Jayhawks are on the field.
There was already going to be a challenge for Kansas, 17-point underdogs here today against the Texas team that has already won at Alabama. It's the annual question, so much has become a cliche. Is Texas back? To me, they are. They have talent all over the place.
I think they're the most complete team in the country as of this moment. If you look at their roster, there's very few holes. I mean, depth really all over the place, improved frontline talent all over the place as well, and then the improvement that's been made at quarterback has been drastic. Quinn Ewers looks so much more comfortable in year 2 in Steve Sarkisian's system, and you can't play quarterback by yourself. He has elite personnel on the perimeter as well. Jonathan Brooks has really come into his own at running back the last 2 weeks. Xavier Worthy has long been a superstar for this Longhorn program, and Jatavion Sanders, probably the most difficult matchup that you're going to face at tight end outside of Brock Bowers in all of college football.
It is a lot to deal with for the Kansas Jayhawks today, perhaps playing without their star quarterback. Kansas won here 2 years ago when they were 31-point underdog. Can they pull it off again today? The kickoff in a moment.
It starts here, in this field, this lab, this classroom, and this town. The University of Texas at Austin is unleashing knowledge and opportunity. We're drawing on our roots and looking to the future, becoming the world's highest impact public research university. Because what starts here changes the world.
When you come through that door,
welcome to Tractor Supply.
You're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
This is the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. From the great city of Austin, Texas, these fans excited as they should be. Texas won the toss and deferred, so the Longhorns will kick off, and Jason Bean will be on the field first. Back in his home state, he's from Mansfield, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. 50-year senior, actually played 3 years at North Texas. Was the starting quarterback in 2021 for the first 9 games of the year. That was Lance Leipold's first season at Kansas. They went 1-8. He got injured. Jalen Daniels wound up making his first start for Coach Leipold here and engineered that mammoth upset 2 years ago. Texas went up to Lawrence last year and earned its revenge. They hammered the Jayhawks behind a big performance by the great Bijan Robinson, now in the NFL. It is Trevor Wilson back deep for the kickoff from Will Stone. And Greg, Kansas coming in already knew, talking to the coaches yesterday, it was a big task here today. I think they're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to go deep into the playbook. Whatever tricks they have, we may see them today.
They do that anyways, but even this week they said what you've seen on tape might pale in comparison to the creativity we're going to give you today.
End over end kickoff, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes Bean, 6'3", 205-pounder, fifth-year senior. Started and played well against Missouri State, 22 out of 28 for 276 and 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 39. And when we say he can run, back in high school in 2018 in a state loaded with athletes in the 5A state track meet, he ran a 10.46 100 meters and finished third in the state of Texas. They run the option to start and lots of running room outside. Devin Neal all the way across midfield to the 49-yard line of Texas. 26 yards on the first play for the Jayhawks.
And this is a great job by Bean, reading the end man of the line of scrimmage, then attacking the outside shoulder. There's nobody on the left side of the contained defender to be able to force that ball back inside to where there's help. That was a great design and nice execution to start the game off.
Kansas so versatile on offense. Play fake by Bean. He throws and it is incomplete. His receiver at inside position, Quentin Skinner, but couldn't make the catch inside the 35-yard line.
Texas has a terrific defensive line, arguably the biggest, most disruptive group in the entire country. So it's going to be very important for the backup quarterback Bean to go through his progressions quickly and be decisive, because those guys will be barreling backwards very quickly if he doesn't decide.
And that's what their quarterbacks do. They're coached to get the ball out quickly. They take very few sacks. Here's a swing pass and it's dropped. Might have been a backward delivery by Bean, and that's the ruling on the field. Luke Grimm got on it. You almost wonder if that was set up to be a double pass. It's a loss of 6 on the play, back to the 45.
Well, as you can see, Grimm, as he is behind Bean, the throw obviously a little off target as well, which I do believe that was definitely a lateral, and a good job by Grimm reeling it in before Barron could pick it up.
3rd down and 16 for Lance Leipold's Jayhawks. 4-0 for the 2nd year in a row. Bean takes off running, out of bounds short of the 1st down at the 46-yard line. Run out by Jalen Ford, the outstanding middle linebacker. They got 9. Close enough where Lance Leipold might think about it, but the punting team is on the field.
If I'm Texas, I'd be very alert for a possible fake here. We already referenced just how tricky Kansas can be. Be alert on this part of the field.
Xavier Worthy, dangerous punt return man. They did have a problem last week with muff punts. He muffed one of them. He also had a career-long 40-yard punt return at Baylor a week ago. Good punt by Damon Greaves, a 23-year-old Australian punter, 34-yard punt. So here comes Quinn Ewers, the sophomore from Southlake, Texas. 64%. And that weight down considerably from a year ago when he was 218 pounds. He is more fit, and he has played outstanding football. 9 touchdowns and no interceptions. And he can also hurt you on the run. He's run for 3 touchdowns. Hands it off to Jonathan Brooks. Greg mentioned he's been terrific, over 100 each of the last 2 weeks, and he gets 8 on his first carry.
And responded well to adversity. Did not get the start in the opener, but has bounced back beautifully the last 2 weeks.
They come up to the line quickly. Ewers over the middle, caught, 1st down. 32-yard line. It's Adonai Mitchell, the transfer from Georgia, with a 12-yard completion from yours. Steve Sarkisian, the head coach, also calls the plays, and he's one of the very best in all of football at it. Ewers to midfield, just a yard shy. It's Mitchell again for 17 more. And the Longhorns sharp on offense right out of the chute.
And utilizing tempo, too. Understanding that it's a very hot day. This Jayhawks team, while they have improved significantly from a talent standpoint, they don't have ridiculous depth. So challenging that early with tempo.
They bring pressure, does Kansas. Ewers on target. First down to the 30-yard line. Mitchell with his third grab. Good for 20 more. Mitchell in his first year here. The big part of the Georgia success. Battled injuries while the Georgia Bulldog, but he was at his best when it mattered most. Had a touchdown reception in each of the last 2 national title games, both won by Georgia. Out wide to Worthy, and he's dumped for a loss. Back to the 36, a 5-yard loss. It was Mello Dotson, the corner, who came up and made a terrific play.
And the 2 corners for Kansas, both Mello Dotson and Kobe Bryant, are excellent. They're going to have a big game today against quality receivers.
And that was actually Kobe Bryant. Jonathan Brooks again got the lost yardage back, plus a yard. Sarkisian in his 3rd year. 5-7 in a rough 2021, 8-5 last season, now 4-0. He said the stunning loss to Kansas 2 years ago here might have been the best thing that happened to him. He walked in the next day and told his staff, "I'm glad we lost." Ewers takes off running. Ewers! He will score! Touchdown! 30 yards.
And the defender, J.B. Brown, he kind of just loses Ewers. He looks like he's trying to locate the quarterback. He kind of gets pulled outside as the running back released to the right. Ewers turns on the jets and finds the end zone. That's a great job by the quarterback.
Longest run of his career. His 29-yard touchdown run last week at Baylor had been the longest. Extra point good from Bert Auburn. That was like clockwork. 88 yards in just 7 plays. Ewers was 4 for 4 passing, then ran it in. A run that might not have happened a few pounds in a year ago.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
You're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today, because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. 20 years. Ford, we are all in on America. Ford, we are all in on America. 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
Boom, 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 boom. Nissan has a car for everyone. Nissan has a car for everyone. Boom, 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 boom. Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
ABC College Football is brought to you by Target. Get ready for Target Circle Week, coming October 1st to the 7th.
2 seasons ago, first year as head coach for both Sarkisian and Lance Leipold. The game went to overtime. Texas took a 7-point lead. Devin Neal, that 2-yard rush. Leipold decided to go for 2. Jalen Daniels to Jared Casey, who will be a Jayhawk legend forever. And the Jayhawks got their first win ever in Austin, 57-56. Stone's kickoff will be another touchback. They were 31-point underdogs that day. They arrived 1-19 in their previous 20, having been outscored by 29 points per game. And that was a turning point for Kansas, 11-9 since. And Steve Sarkisian said it was also a turning point for him, because he said, okay, enough, stop trying to put lipstick on a pig. He said, we're making the changes we need to make. We're going to change who's playing, who isn't playing, move some guys out who maybe really aren't buying into the program. And they think that's really when it started to turn for Texas, as it has. Jason Bean down the seam and over the head of the tight end Mason Fairchild. Dangerous throw in a double coverage. Fairchild is an excellent pass receiver.
They have quality weapons on the perimeter. Lawrence Arnold, Quentin Skinner, Luke Grimm's been excellent. They have 3 tight ends they like to utilize, but the real star of the show is the backfield. Obviously, without Jalen Daniels, they're going to have Devin Neal and Daniel Highshaw really have to step up at running back to offset their quarterback's absence.
You're just joining us. Jalen Daniels with some back tightness. Did not warm up, did not start. The option again, Devin Neal. Another good gainer on the option. There's a flag down at the 38-yard line. He made his way to the 47. Kevin Boitman is the referee leading this Big 12 crew.
Holding, number 67, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Dominic Pooney, the left tackle. Mammoth left tackle. 6'5", 320. A veteran making his 18th straight start. It's an experienced offensive line. Only one new starter from a year ago, the left guard. Armaje Reed Adams, who took over for Earl Bostic, who's now on the Dallas Cowboys practice squad. Pooney started at guard last year, moved out to tackle with Bostic off to the NFL. So it's from the spot, so it's 2nd and 10. Daniel Highshaw, part of a talented 1-2 punch at running back. And a sophomore from Moore, Oklahoma, got 11 and a first down. Jaron Thompson, the safety, made the tackle.
Man, just a terrific run there by Highshaw. I mean, just refusing to go down, shedding tackles on either side, just driving forward to get enough to convert on that 2nd and long. Look at just the relentless pursuit, and a good job too by the offensive line. Cable dude there, 77, giving an extra push to get him across the line to gain.
Well, they pulled the right tackle out of the pistol now. Devin Neal stopped after a pickup of 2 by Trill Carter, part of that deep front. He is a transfer from Minnesota. They didn't go into the portal a lot after last year. He's one of just 5 they brought in from the portal. Bean airing it out deep and over the head of Quentin Skinner. They're used to playing without Daniels. They were 5-0 last year when Daniels injured his shoulder. Missed the next 4 games did Daniels. Bean started. They won only 1 against Oklahoma State, but that was enough to get them bowl eligible for the first time since 2008. Daniels returned late in the year, played well in the bowl game, lost to Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl. Bean over the middle and dropped. A catch you have to have. Trevor Wilson at midfield would have had the first down.
Man, just a great block too by the running back Daniel Highshaw. You look at the pressure coming there from Texas. It's picked up beautifully. Bean slides, makes an accurate throw, but that's one you absolutely have to bring in if you're Trevor Wilson. I mean, backup quarterback in the game, you have some separation. You got to convert on the 3rd and longs.
So here's Graves again, former Australian rules football player. And a good one. Worthy, fair catch, and he makes it at the 15. The 47-yard punt. 7-0 Texas, first quarter.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America. On America. Percent assembled in America. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that...
Of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly. So you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
And exhale. Tune into your chakras.
Yo, Drake, you feeling this yoga stuff? Kendall, dude, I feel wonderful. How are you so calm? I got that Schwab swagger. Schwab swagger? Here, try this Schwab dog.
Get your swag on with Schwab Meat, the official mouth-watering hot dog of OU and OSU athletics.
Namaste.
Coming up tonight, another big college football game on ABC and the ESPN app. Number 11, Notre Dame in Durham to take on 17th ranked Duke. Coverage begins at 7:30. What a job Mike Elko's done. 9 wins a year ago in his first season at the helm of the Blue Devils. This year, 4 straight wins by 20+, including the opener against Clemson. They're number 17, ranking their best since 1994. And certainly capable of beating Notre Dame. The Irish about a 5.5-point favorite there tonight off their excruciating last-second loss at home to Ohio State.
Yeah, Irish need to be very careful tonight. That Duke team is about as well coached as you'll find in all of college football.
Riley Leonard, terrific quarterback, and obviously Duke familiar with Sam Hartman, who transferred to Notre Dame from Wake Forest. Jonathan Brooks sliced out to the 22-yard line, a gain of 7.
Big part of Texas's plan is to try to create balance offensively. They're on the first drive, and it was like clockwork. Of course, the big run by Ewers, but balancing run pass, marrying run pass, and making it so difficult to defend when they have all their weapons started in the game.
Play fake to Brooks, and now a screen to Brooks. Breaks tackles and is out to the 47. That was a pretty play. It didn't look like it was going to do much, but Brooks is a playmaker.
And Steve Sarkisian's so good. I mean, just the misdirection. You fake the run, you think you have boot action the other way, and then boom, you go back to Brooks for a nice screen. And how about Brooks? The breaking of the tackles was something that Lance Leipold was very concerned about, and Brooks putting it on display right there against Kobe Bryant.
That's the first thing Lance Leipold said. We have to tackle in the open field. Ewers on target again. Xavier Worthy fighting for every yard after the catch. They'll mark him down to the 31. 23 more and a first down.
And it's so difficult, as you can see Mello Dotson in coverage one-on-one. This route is so deep. I mean, he starts to break out at 15 from the far hash. I mean, that's a really difficult throw, as well anticipated by Ewers, and that's one that if they're accurate on those throws, they're basically uncoverable.
They've run 10 plays. They're averaging 14 yards per play. Ewers off the hand of his intended receiver, Adonai Mitchell. Better known as AD when he was at Georgia, but he told the great sports information folks here in Austin that he'd like to be Adonai, which is his name. So we're happy to call him that.
Happy to do it.
He was pretty good as AD too when he was at Georgia.
Call him anything as long as he's in the end zone, man. He has been a great addition to this offense.
C.J. Baxter, the true freshman from Orlando. It certainly doesn't look like it. It's 6'2", 218 pounds. He was the starter in the opener. The coaches thought he had earned it, but then he got nicked up. Brooks got the opportunity, and he's run with it. Baxter, the first true freshman to start at running back in the opener for the Horns since Ricky Williams in 1995. He wasn't bad.
Pretty decent career, I'd say. 2 or 3 statues around the stadium, I think, for probably my favorite college football player of all time.
Another first down, and Jordan Whittington almost broke the tackle.
Jordan Whittington's just so reliable. I mean, every time it goes in his direction, he knows exactly the depth it's going to be at. He's always going to reel it in. Just such a great security blanket there for Quinn Ewers.
They're on the move again and deeper into the playbook. Mitchell chased out of bounds, got a late shove along the sideline from Kenny Logan Jr., the safety. The crowd wants a flag, and there is not one.
Take a look at just how late it was. It does look obviously like the shove occurred in the field of play. Of course, the result of the sideline.
Started there, might have finished across the boundary, but it's legal. Logan, fixture in that secondary, leading tackler for the 3rd year in a row. He's gone off the field and didn't look like he was feeling all that well. 2nd and 14. Ewers trying to make something out of nothing. Turned it into a gain of about a yard. Playing behind a veteran offensive line. They had all 5 starters back from last year, though Cole Hudson has been injured and DJ Campbell's been in at right guard. There's a big and talented group, especially the left tackle Kelvin Banks Jr. they think is going to be a first-round pick.
Yeah, I think that group has really been so ahead of schedule. It was an issue when Sark got here, and they've gotten progressively better under the tutelage of Kyle Flood, a terrific O-line coach.
He's already coached 4 first-round picks, and he says Banks will be another. Ewers under a blitz, got it off. Tavion Sanders chopped down at the 11-yard line. The outstanding tight end with an 11-yard gain. As we said at the outset, Greg, they just have weapons everywhere you look.
All over the place. And right there, that play, a great job by Ewers, understanding that they overloaded the protection. He got it out quickly and gave Sanders a chance.
This is 4th down and 3. And they're going for it with the offense in a rhythm, still averaging 10 yards per play. Ewers is 8 out of 9 for 108. Brooks up the middle and surges ahead for a first down.
Number 0's helmet came off. He must go out for 1 play.
And a great job there by the middle of the offensive line. Jake Majors, the center, had good solid double team with his left guard Hayden Connor, and they were able to find that little surge right behind the center's right leg and get enough for the first down.
Another veteran starter, 32 starts in a row at center for Jake Majors Jr. from Prosper, Texas. 11th play of the drive. Started at their own 16. Ewers almost intercepted. Intended for Whittington, and it was Craig Young who batted it down.
That was very fortunate there from Quinn Ewers. He's done a great job of getting rid of the ball very, very quickly this year, but sometimes he kind of predetermines. This one, he throws a little early. Whittington, I think he was actually trying to throw to the receiver behind Whittington, and Young, the big long transfer from Ohio State, almost got a hand on it.
Ewers has now thrown 238 straight passes without an interception back to last year. That was close. Brooks, the ball carrier. Austin Booker made the tackle. The longest streak belongs to Sam Ehlinger. 308 consecutive attempts without an interception. Tavion Sanders is limping off as the Ewers family looks on. Mom Kristen on the left, sister Teddy Ray, dad Curtis, watching their son and brother live his dream. Grew up a big Longhorn fan. One of the top recruits in the country. Originally committed to Tom Herman's staff, then decommitted, went to Ohio State at the very last minute. He was just about to start his senior season of high school football. Ewers over the head of Whittington.
This was a massive sequence for the Kansas Jayhawk defense. They had been on the field so much here, obviously, in the first quarter of this football game, and we've already referenced the fact that they don't have crazy depth. They're improved as far as their frontline talent is concerned, but knowing that points are likely going to be at a premium for them, getting just 3 here is huge.
Bert Auburn, 7 out of 10 this year. Missed a shorty last week against Baylor from 26 yards. This one's good from 26. They get 3 more. They lead 10-0. The Horns on their home field in Austin.
It starts here, in this field, this lab, this classroom, and this town. The University of Texas at Austin is unleashing knowledge and opportunity. We're drawing on our roots and looking to the future, becoming the world's highest impact public research university. Because what starts here changes the world.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. For the new open web. Built for now.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent. If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way. If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns, roads, infrastructure. They don't stop at halfway. And good luck finding a small business owner who's happy with an 80% effort. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro. Sean.
Do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Welcome back to college football on ABC. Texas leading Kansas 10-0 in the first quarter as we continue the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive game of the week. Jatavion Sanders, the terrific tight end, got rolled up on that run by Jonathan Brooks.
You can see that left leg of Jatavion Sanders just kind of getting rolled up, a defender on top as well, so walking off in some pain, and you just hope he's okay. Such an important piece to this offense.
As a receiver, as a blocker, Sark has a lot of fun using him creatively. Phil Stone's kickoff, another touchback, and we check in the studio. Hello, Kevin Nagandi.
Hello, Sean. Time now for our All-State Good Hands Play of the Day. Let's go to Lincoln, number 2, Michigan. At Nebraska, J.J. McCarthy booked. Roman Wilson just wants it more. Go get it.
1,004. Kept your head all day.
Yes, he did.
And no coverage back there on the back end.
Michigan up 14-0 late in the first. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Still Jason Bean at quarterback. Still no sign of Jalen Daniels on the sideline. For those just tuning in, Jalen Daniels, the starter, did not come out to warm up. Recurring back tightness, a problem that plagued him earlier in the year. On first down, it's Highshaw for 5. And Molly reported, Greg, that was a big surprise to the coaches. Big surprise to us when we spent, what, 45 minutes with Jalen Daniels
Probably
yesterday,
so, yeah.
all smiles. Just such an impressive young man. He never said one word about his back bothering him, and as Molly said, he practiced all week.
Yeah, it's just so disappointing, and I mean, he's a young guy, back tightness, obviously missed week 1. You just hate that for him and hope it doesn't affect him moving forward.
And you know it must be significant because he'd be out there if he could be. Highshaw got splattered but got the first down across the 35-yard line.
So far in his absence, I know it hasn't necessarily resulted in a lot of points, but Kansas has had some success running the football. I mean, so far 63 yards on the ground against a very good defensive front 7 for Texas, and averaging nearly 8 yards per carry. So they're getting it done on the ground right now, even without much threat of the passing attack.
Well, they haven't completed a pass. They're 0 for 4. Jason Bean's had a couple dropped. 1st and 10, final minute. Here comes a blitz off the corner. Bean got away and throws for a first down and much more across midfield. Mason Fairchild, the senior, with a play of 18 yards.
And just a corner blitz here, well disguised from Texas. Bean does not see it until the last second. You see the elusiveness, getting around the edge, keeping his eyes downfield and locating Fairchild, who's uncovered. That was a great job by the quarterback, evading what would have been a sure sack against many and turning it into a big play.
It's the first completion of the game for Kansas to Fairchild. They use the tight ends a lot. He has 64 career catches now. He saved me the first line of this card. You already know the score. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America.
Some people just know there's a podcast about. Some people just know there's a podcast about that.
Are you listening to a podcast? Yeah, but it's about multitasking, which I'm trying to do. I get you in one ear and maybe I should do a podcast.
Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. Built for now. Reach customers and new standards of measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. Viant, built for the new open web. Built.
Done differently. Loki Season 2, streaming October 5th, only on Disney+.
This October 10th and 11th, Prime Big Deal Days give Prime members exclusive access to 2 days of big savings, which means you're kind of a big deal. Prime Big Deal Days, October 10th and 11th, only for Prime members.
At Charmin, we're all about the science of softness. So, we doubly tested our Charmin Ultra Soft to prove its value really stacks up.
First up, the Cushy Soft test. Wow, softer than ever. Next, the absorbency test.
See, it's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. So, Charmin Ultra Soft is always worth it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have one more test to conduct.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Coach, what can you tell us about the availability of your quarterback, Jalen Daniels?
You know, he's in the locker room right now trying to get things worked out. It's questionable to doubtful right now. We'll see. We're hoping. You know, Jason's playing, you know, for just getting thrown into this. He's getting his rhythm. I think you could see him be a little hyped up early. We got to go, and Jason played a lot of football for us. We have a lot of confidence in him.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Jason Bean at the helm, hands it off. On first down at the Texas 46, a 1-yard gain for Devin Neal, who came in averaging 135 all-purpose yards per game. That leads the Big 12.
He is an excellent back. I mean, so quick, great top-end speed, really good lateral agility. he's one of those guys that you just love to watch. I mean, he could take it the distance at any moment, and he's played pretty well up against a good defense so far.
Coming into today, 6.9 yards per carry, also leading the Big 12 and 8th in the country. 2nd down and 9. The option again, it's worked well. Bean keeps it this time, shows that speed, and then he got rocked, fumbled. Highshaw picked it up and runs it in. Touchdown, Kansas. Well, that wasn't the way Andy Kotelnicki drew it up, although they do have a lot of interesting looking plays. And Lance Leipold's team on the board with a bit of good fortune on the bounce.
And they've had a lot of success already with this triple option look with a blocker out in front. How about the move by Bean? Gets rocked by Catalon, but that's just your pitch guy. It's just maybe not the pitch that you want to execute, but he's right there to receive the pitch and the fumble. He picks it up and takes it the distance. What a wild sequence there from Kansas's offense.
I'm going to take a look at it in the replay booth. Don Capperell is the replay official. And the referee is Kevin Boitman. And it was Catalon who transferred from Arkansas with a reputation for being a big hitter. And he blasted Bean.
There's the big hit right there, and checking to see probably whether or not that knee was down. And as you can see, it didn't look like it was. It looked like his left leg was up. It looks like he also is about to begin a slide.
I don't know about that. I think he's just turning away from because he sees the hit coming. But Matt Austin, is there anything wrong with that from your point of view? Is there some question as to whether or not that ball could be advanced by Kansas after the fumble?
No, there's no doubt there. That definitely can be advanced. I don't think this is a slide. I know the way his body comes down, it looks like he may be starting one, but I think the contact just came in and knocked him that direction. And also, if you're a runner and you want protection, you need to start your slide a little bit sooner.
And he's turning away from the hit.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is confirmed.
So Bean carried it for 27 yards, lost it. Highshaw picked it up and ran it in for 18. And Kansas without its starting quarterback and having a tough time stopping Texas on the Longhorns' 2 possessions, right back in the game. Not that they were out of it in the first quarter, but it kind of felt like it had the potential to get away.
It certainly did. That was a massive answer there for the Jayhawks.
Seth Keller transferred from Texas State. His low line drive is good, and it's 10-7. And if Bean were knocked out of the game, they'd go really deep down the depth chart. They cannot afford to lose him. 10-7 Texas on a hot day in Austin.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns, roads, infrastructure. They don't stop at halfway. And good luck finding a small business owner who's happy with an 80% effort. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement. New open web, built for now. For the new open web, built for now.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little
football collection.
Impressive stuff, little man.
Geico makes it easy to insure. My car and RV too.
Wow.
Gloves from your famous catch.
How'd you get those? Great smile. Is this from when the band ran on the field?
Yep, 1982.
What is this?
Oh, no, don't touch the,
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast, my friends.
It will turn off eventually.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now.
But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
This season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, All-State will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. Thank you, All-State. Only 2 extra points and 1 field goal in this game. And a 10-7 Texas lead early in the second quarter here in Austin. Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, Molly McGrath. Our producer, Phil Dean. We welcome back our director, Scott Johnson. Courageous recovery from extremely minor knee surgery. And the kickoff is a touchback off the foot of Tabor Allen. Here's Molly.
Well, Sean, Texas tight end Jatavion Sanders came out of the medical tent grimacing in pain with an apparent left leg injury. He ran back and forth on the sideline but favored that leg, and he was in visible pain. He's been frustrated, walking with a limp and shaking his head. Now, Texas doesn't give injury info, but that leg injury is definitely bothering him, Sean.
And still walking on the sideline with a bit of a limp. They do like their depth at tight end, but Jatavion Sanders is a star. Brock Bowers won the Mackey Award a year ago. He and Sanders are the likeliest to win it this year. Here's Jonathan Brooks. He may go. And they run him down from behind. Kobe Bryant trying to punch the ball out at the end. Unsuccessful, but did catch Brooks at the 8-yard line. 67 yards.
And great job there by the left side of the offensive line. You saw Hayden Connor pull out in front. You saw Jake Majors pull out in front. They did a really nice job of sealing off the edge, and Brooks goes right through for a huge gain. Almost gets stripped there on the back end by Kobe Bryant, but a good job high and tight, knowing that that defender was coming from behind.
91 yards already for Brooks off back-to-back 100-yard rushing games. Whittington, the motion man. On the delay. Baxter broke a tackle but couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a 2-yard loss. Austin Booker there for KU. Transfer from Minnesota, who's had an immediate impact. He has 3.5 sacks already this season, and now 5.5 tackles for a loss.
And this is a pretty good defensive front for Kansas, an area that was a massive issue last year, really the last 2 years, really indefinitely. If I'm looking back at Kansas football, but that group up front really playing well. They're very athletic and they're difficult to block.
2nd and goal from the 10. Ewers nowhere to go, and he's dropped for another loss at the 13-yard line. Austin Booker there again.
This was just a coverage sack. It was well defended downfield by the Jayhawks secondary. There's nothing there. You see Booker on the right-hand side. He's actually dropping there for a minute. Realizes that Ewers is getting ready to tuck and run. And he goes and makes the play. As you see, Brian Borland, been with Lance Leipold forever and has done a great job at Kansas this year already.
Remember them all 17 years of Lance's tenure as a head coach around college football. Out wide, Baxter trying to make a man miss, and he cannot. Good tackle by Rich Miller, the veteran linebacker. One of 8 players who played for Lance Leipold at Buffalo and came to Kansas. And an excellent stand by the Kansas defense after that big run by Brooks.
Now that was massive there for Kansas. And how about the play by Rich Miller? I mean, kind of the favorite son amongst the coaching staff. Has been with them for so long. And the tackle, running back in the open field like Baxter, is no joke.
Bert Auburn with his second field goal of the game. That one from 30 yards. 13-7. Steve Sarkisian and the Longhorns.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight. New open web, built for now. Measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours on America. 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little man.
Geico makes it easy to insure. My car and RV too.
Wow.
Gloves from your famous catch.
How'd you get those? Great smile. Is this from when the band ran on the field?
Yep, 1982.
What is this?
Oh, no, don't touch the,
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast, my friends.
It will turn off eventually.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now.
But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Here's a look at this week's college football rankings brought to you by Capital One. One thing you'll notice, Texas, the only team in the top 10 playing a home game today. Ohio State and Florida State are idle. Everybody else on the road. And at the moment, Georgia, #1, trailing at Auburn 10-7.
Going on the road is different in college football, man. 13 ranked teams on the road this weekend. As you can see right there, 7 in the top 10. So there's going to be some chaos today. It's certainly feeling like we're trending in that direction.
The Will Stone will kick off again. Trevor Wilson back deep. Torrey Laughlin also back there as well. Nothing but touchback so far, but Stone kicking into a little bit of a breeze here. Doesn't matter. Line drives it through the wind.
One play that Texas has no answer for right now is the triple option for Kansas. Right here, Jason Bean attacks the outside shoulder of the edge defender, gets a pitch, and Neal is off to the races a little bit later on. Similar play right here. Reads the end man line scrimmage, makes the guy miss there. Jaron Thompson gets hit hard by Jalen Catalon, but Highshaw continues following his quarterback, picks up what I would call as a poor man's pitch, and takes it to the house.
So here come the Jayhawks, and Highshaw nowhere to go. Driven back. They're going to mark it around the 24. Loss of 1. Jalen Ford in the middle of that defense. Jaron Thompson there for Texas. The veteran Texas defense led by Ford, the outstanding linebacker, senior out of Frisco, Texas, with 8 takeaways in his last 11 games. Bean, quick pop for a short gain to the 29-yard line. Lawrence Arnold the catch, good for 5 for the junior, back in his home state from DeSoto, Texas.
With the speed that Bean has, you would think it'd be advantageous for Andy Kotelnicki, the offensive coordinator, to get Jason Bean out on the perimeter. I know he's a right-handed passer and you got the field to your left, but I would get him out on the move and see if you can't give him a little bit of a run-pass option.
Why not keep running that play you just showed? It's worked every time. Bean kept it at the last minute, hoping to pick up a lead blocker. He slides out of bounds short of the first down. At the 32, chased out by Ryan Watts, the corner, a transfer from Ohio State in his second year here after 2 in Columbus.
Call Sean on the triple option into the boundary. That time they go to the right as opposed to the left, where they've had some big hitters. So look at you, just prognosticating all over the place.
Even a stop clock is right twice a day. Greaves to punt again from Australia. Lance Leipold admitted he knew nothing about Greaves before he got to Lawrence. High end over end kick, worthy, fair catch. And Texas will begin inside its own 20-yard line, leading by 6, 9:16 to go till halftime.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns, roads, infrastructure. They don't stop at halfway. And good luck finding a small business owner. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America. 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent. If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today, because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro. Sean!
Do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy's not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
All season long, student sections across the country competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. And time for today's Aflac trivia question. This is season 100 for Texas football inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. You want to know what is the oldest football stadium in FBS football?
I did not cheat this week, so I actually don't know the answer.
They didn't give us the question in the meeting yesterday either. On first down, Jonathan Brooks. Wow. That's 8. That gets him on the doorstep of 100 yards for the 3rd straight game. 7 carries, 99 yards. And we still have 9 minutes to go in the half. Brooks again, nice bounce. He has great balance and he is powerful as well. Had to wait patiently behind Bijan Robinson, one of the great running backs in Texas history, really one of the great running backs in recent college football history.
He's definitely an all-timer. So if you're waiting behind him and Roschon Johnson in his own right, an excellent back now playing in the NFL, but Brooks very capable, outstanding vision, and great top-end speed as well.
He got only 30 carries last year. Brooks has a first down out to the 48-yard line, 12 more. Nine carries, 119. That's a 13.2 average. He gets a breather. And Baxter's back in. And Baxter weaves his way across midfield to the Kansas 47. I think, Greg, if you're a Texas fan, you have to be a little uneasy. You know, it's 13-7, but when they kicked the 2 field goals, they had 1st and goal from the 8 each time and settled for the 3 each time.
Yeah, I mean, red zone obviously has not been a huge issue for Texas up to this point of the season, but got to think they're going to continue to just pound the football. They have a size advantage. They're doing it right now.
Ewers the fake, given plenty of time, has his man. It's Mitchell again, chopped down at the 33 by Kobe Bryant. 14 on the completion to Adonai Mitchell.
This is a really nice route. You see the stack right there, the way they kind of time up when the guy runs through, and A.D. Mitchell just sitting it down there on the corner curl. Perfect throw, nice and accurate, give your receiver a chance to run after the catch, and a nice design there from Steve Sarkisian.
4th catch for Mitchell. That's his single game high as a Longhorn. Exactly 3 in each of the first 4 games. Baxter chopped down at the 30-yard line by O.J. Burrows, junior safety from Savannah, Georgia. Starter last year, he kind of rotates in, but a key member of that secondary.
You start to see those safeties, whether it's Burrows or Kenny Logan, Martin Grant, Jalen Dye. If you see those guys making plays in the run game, get ready. Steve Sarkisian is going to recognize that, go heavy play action, throw it over their head.
Jalen Robinson was the motion man. Here comes the blitz. It's out to Robinson and a good tackle. They drop that play for a loss. Back to the 32. Burrows again.
Usually 3rd down, this is where you would look in the direction of Jordan Whittington, number 13. He's so good in these situations, always has a feel for exactly how far you have to go to gain. He's lined up right here inside the hash. Keep an eye on number 13 for Texas.
I believe it was Austin Booker on the last play. Their numbers are tough to decipher. And Brooks on 3rd and 9, dropped for no gain. Not tough to figure out that that was big Devin Phillips. They wanted to be more physical. They thought they absolutely had to be more physical this year, and Phillips has brought that as a transfer from Colorado State.
Yeah, they kind of went with a fake look back, and then Ewers immediately turned and tried to catch Kansas off guard. They didn't. I think that play call was likely because if they had gained 5, they'd go for it on 4th down. Instead, they're dropped for a short gain and forced the field goal.
This would be a career long. It's a 50-yarder into a little bit of a breeze. Ryan Sanborn is the holder. Bert Auburn, no good. Wide left. So Auburn not quite as reliable this year as he was last. High snap. Sanborn did a good job to get it down. Little baby draw. And still just a 6-point lead for Texas.
It starts here, in this field, this lab, this classroom, and this town. The University of Texas at Austin is unleashing knowledge and opportunity. We're drawing on our roots and looking to the future, becoming the world's highest impact public research university. Because what starts here changes the world.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement for now. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
We don't know any first responders. We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns, roads, infrastructure. They don't stop at halfway. And good luck finding a small business owner who's happy with an 80% effort. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly. So you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
Okay, get this right, and you get my free ticket to tonight's game. Right. Who is my all-time favorite receiver?
Oh, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes, Larry Fitzgerald.
Hey, I heard you got an extra ticket to the game tonight. I would love to go.
Yeah, sure. It's all yours, Larry.
Thanks, Billy. I'll meet you out front. What?
Yeah, okay, it's Bob, but okay. Yeah.
He doesn't know your name, dude.
I guess I'm Bill now.
With Vivid Seats, when you buy 10 tickets, you can get your 11th free.
State Farm halftime report coming your way. This is the closest Booger McFarland will ever get to a steer, and that is behind us, and that is hi, Bevo. By the way,
buddy.
Georgia on the road, struggling right now, close one, and Caleb Williams put on a show in Boulder.
He put on a show, but I was really surprised by the resilience of Colorado. How they bounced back. They didn't win, but man, they showed a lot of fight.
Michigan rolling on the road. Highlights coming your way. Sean, back to you.
All right, we look forward to it. Exciting day of college football. Here, a 2-1 edge in time of possession for Texas, but Kansas hanging in there. Bean throws a deep ball, just a little bit too high. For Lawrence Arnold, they're going to take their shots today. That's obvious. And Bean now 2 out of 7 passing for 23 yards. He has had a couple dropped. And it's Ryan Watts, the starting corner, limping off the field. And Jatavion Sanders, their best tight end, one of the best in the nation. After trying to give it a go, is finally going to head to the locker room. And of course, Kansas playing without its starting quarterback, Jalen Daniels, suffering from back tightness. Highshaw Daniel gets to the 37. The 32-yard line, the best starting field position of the day for Kansas. Lance Leipold in his 3rd season. This year they were best in the country on 3rd down. 61% haven't converted today. 0 for 3. Devin Neal's the running back. Tight formation. Bean takes off running. Bean needs a block and doesn't get it. Ran laterally when it looked like he had some room to go straight ahead. And Jahdae Barron ran him down.
It's a great job in the secondary by the Texas Longhorns. Bean didn't like anything initially, took off. It looked like he had plenty of green grass. As you can see, number 28, Jaron Thompson, came up and accounted for the quarterback, which forced him to run to the outside where Barron dropped him for a short gain.
I think that's the coach was saying to him on the sideline. He just needed the 42. If he kept going straight ahead, there was traffic coming. It looked like he had a great chance to make it. So here's Greaves punting for the 4th time. And a flag down for delay.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Lance Leipold hot about something. And hot without question on this day. It is scorching on that field. The temperature in the mid-90s and high humidity. Kansas had punted only 6 times all season in 4 games, fewest in the country. This is the 4th already today. And another good one. Worthy tells his teammates to get away from it. And it's down around the 20-yard line, 49-yard punt. We mentioned he's from Australia. Greaves in his first year in the United States punting. His parents came over for the first 2 games, and Lance Leipold said, I apologize to them. We only punted once. Didn't punt at all in the opener against Missouri State, and punted once against Illinois. They came a long way to see him punt once.
It kind of felt bad, but not really. Especially, you never want to send your punter out there, but it's a long trip for little return.
So Texas from its own 19. Xavier Worthy made a man miss and got 8. There's the answer to the Aflac trivia question. DKR Texas Memorial Stadium in its 100th season. What's the oldest stadium in FBS football? I knew this because we've been there, and every time you go there you mention it. Bobby Dodd Stadium in Midtown Atlanta. Brooks for a 1st down. And now the time a factor, under 2.5 minutes to go, and each team with all 3 timeouts.
Plenty of time for Texas. Obviously, you don't want to give the ball back to Kansas, so you're mindful of the clock, but you're not really at this point thinking about being in hyper speed. Done a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage for the most part today, averaging nearly 8.5 yards a carry. So I would imagine continue just running their offense until they cross the 50, and that clock gets under 1 minute.
288 yards, but just the 13 points. Brooks with a flag down. Thrown at the feet of Gunnar Helm.
Holding. Number 52, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
It wasn't on him. It was on DJ Campbell, the right guard. That's the first Texas penalty of this game.
And you see that left hand actually up there around the face mask as well. So like he started to let go there at the last minute, but the official saw it and pulls back what was a decent gain.
It's one of the things Lance Leipold said he admires about Texas. They are not a heavy penalized team, heavily penalized. Ewers throws on the run, batted down by Marvin Grant. Redshirt junior from Detroit, another transfer from Purdue. Flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 85 offense. The player was on the line and covered. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Well, that's Gunnar Helm, who's the backup, who'll play more now without Sanders. And when we talked to their coaches yesterday, Kyle Flood, Steve Sarkisian, they talked about Helm as a guy who is rapidly improving.
Yeah, they praised him improving as a blocker and naturally as a pass catcher. He's already well ahead of schedule in that regard. So turning into a really well-rounded player and solid one for your second option tight end.
Hand off to Baxter. And he gets pinballed around out by the 24.
Start to wonder here too, when does Kansas start to think about calling some timeouts as well? Obviously backup quarterback, maybe you don't want to be crazy aggressive.
I think you wait one more play. I think he has so much respect for the explosive playmakers on the Texas side.
Understandably so.
Yes, with very good reason.
No doubt. Big play potential all over the field in burnt orange.
I would think if they stop this for little or no gain, he's going to use the timeout. Texas a little conservative, but it's Baxter out to the 35. Will either coach stop it as we approach a minute and 3rd down and 7 upcoming? I think Lance Leipold would be very happy to go in down by 6.
No doubt. And understanding too, based on where Texas is at and how they punted, you're probably not going to have great field position to potentially score some points yourself. So hey, this is the right call. Obviously stop before the sticks. Here you would fire a timeout.
Absolutely. Texas will get the ball to open the second half. Ewers, Mitchell, first down, 43-yard line of Kansas. And if you're Lance Leipold, that's why you didn't stop the clock. 21-yard gain, and now some urgency in the Texas operation. You know, they ran up to the line. They could have used the timeout. Unlikely they'd use all 3 in the last 30 seconds. Ewers chased out of bounds, shoved out by J.B. Brown, a transfer from Bowling Green. Probably not in field goal range right here after what we just saw from Auburn.
And now with 20 seconds too, if I'm Kansas, you just can't let any Texas receiver get behind you. You have to stay on top of the deepest threat.
Ewers with pressure in his face, man open. Whittington runs out of bounds, retreated just a bit, but he's out at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 11, down to 13 seconds. They still have all 3 timeouts.
In this particular spot, you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown, but you got to think too, maybe you heat him up a little bit, see if you can knock him out of field goal range with the pressure.
Fake the inside handoff. Ewers intercepted for the first time in forever. Another big play by the Kansas defense. Cornell Wheeler, a backup linebacker, transfer from Michigan, with the biggest play of his Kansas career today.
And his eyes are on Quinn Ewers the whole way, and Quinn Ewers staring down his receiver. And watch how Wheeler just reels right underneath that in-breaking route to intercept the pass. Just great job there by Wheeler, reading the quarterback's eyes, and those eyes will always take you where the football is going to go.
His first career interception. 246 throws without an interception. The second longest interceptionless streak in Texas history has come to an end. And Texas has to feel like it should be much further ahead than by 6. Here's Molly.
Coach, Quinn Ewers intercepted for the first time this season. What'd you say to your quarterback after that play?
Well, just trust his read. You know, I think he saw him go to one high. Should have been to the other side of the field, but that's human nature. We're moving the ball fine. We just got to finish these drives.
What's the status of tight end Jatavion Sanders moving forward?
Well, we got to check him here at halftime. He got an ankle. We'll see how bad it is.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Molly.
Sean.
342 yards of offense in just the 13 points. At the half, Texas 13, Kansas 7. Stay tuned for the State Farm halftime report. Kevin Nagandi and Booger McFarland after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
to the
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new open web, built for now. Built for now. For the new open web, built for now. Line, Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours for more than 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
When you come through that door,
Welcome to Tractor Supply.
you're going to be treated like one of our family.
I love to help people. You can be the smile that brightens up their day.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I'm an animal lover myself.
I've got a dog and 4 chickens.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
We're here to help.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be evidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Depot.
Thank you very much.
You'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan cannon!
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to ondeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
Place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Your loan is on deck.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento.
We need a small business loan fast.
I got this.
Loan cannon!
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to ondeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. No, actually, the mild spiciness of the jalapeno peppers. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Hey, my name's Liam, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is that it's so creamy. The pimento cheese has the great flavor, but it also lets everything else on the sandwich elevate it. That takes it up to another level. It's the best.
Welcome to the State Farm Halftime Report.
Despite over 340 yards of offense, Texas just 1 touchdown so far, Boog.
1 INT there by yours, Kevin. When you get in the red zone and struggle and kick field goals and not touchdown, this is what happened. A lot of yards, but not a lot of points.
Kansas without its starting quarterback, just within 6. Jonathan Brooks, a big first half, rushing the ball for the Longhorns. Meanwhile, #1 Georgia on the road. Deep South's oldest rivalry taking on Auburn, and Carson Beck, Jalen Simpson's right there.
Yeah, that's one of the question marks you have about Georgia. We know about the defense, but what you're going to get out of the quarterback, but you know what you're going to get out of a Hugh Freeze team in Auburn. They're going to be physical and pound the football.
Marquez Hunter, and suddenly Georgia down 10-0. Dejon Edwards going in. We're tied at 10 apiece. Georgia's next opponent, undefeated Kentucky, and they put out a statement game against number 22 Florida, led by Ray Davis.
He was awesome, Kev, and you got to give a shout out to the offensive line. Anytime you have a running back over 250, the offensive line, the big guys did their job.
And Florida tried to stop him with not just 12, but 13 players.
If 11 won't do, Kev, try 13.
Yeah, 14 maybe. Maybe you could have stopped them because Davis, 280 rushing yards, 4 total touchdowns. Kentucky wins 33-14. The numbers here from the young man, third most rushing yards in a game in program history. Davis nearly outgained the entire Florida offense all by himself, second most yards allowed in a game in Florida history. And listen, Kentucky now 5-0 going to Athens next week.
Kentucky's a good football team, very well coached. They can run the football, physical at the line of scrimmage. And they might give Georgia a little bit more than they want.
Yeah, we're going to, of course, keep you up to date on how Georgia's doing. Again, 10-10 game. He's Booger McFarland. I'm Kevin Nagani. USC, the only team as of right now, the last team to trail in the FBS this season. Big reason why, they've got Caleb Williams and Jerry's son, Brendan Rice. How about the aerial attack we saw from the Trojans in Boulder?
Yeah, how about that pass? Saw how he flicked the wrist and the ball came out, Kev. And then right here, the quick play action. Nobody covers the tight end in the flat, easy touchdown. His ability to get the football to the open receiver is outstanding.
Here comes Colorado, though. Shador Sanders, the Jimmy Horn Jr. with under 2 minutes to go. It's a 7-point game. Can they get the onside?
The kicker's got one job, Kev. Make the ball bounce a second time, and it didn't.
Wow. So USC hangs on to win this one, 48-41. Colorado's defense over the last 2 games, they give up 90 total points, but a ton of heart there from the Buffs.
But in all fairness, I learned more about Colorado than USC in this game. We knew USC's defense was bad. How about the fight from Colorado in this game? They were down.
Excellent point. You see
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement for now. Built for now. The new open web, built for now.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it. We're here to help.
Tractor Supply is different from other stores. We are friends and we're family.
There's no other store like it. We're here to help.
Everything we do at work, we also do outside of work.
I really don't think you get this kind of service anywhere else.
Tractor Supply for life out here.
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do.
It's the fastest mobile service around. With the best price for 2 lines of unlimited, only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds in savings a year when you wave bye to the other guys. All on the most reliable 5G network nationwide. You really shouldn't walk out the front door without it. Switch today at xfinitymobile.com.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times. Confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers.
I get it. Thank you very much.
You'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You're watching the State Farm Halftime Report.
Boog and Kevin back with you. Let's check in on number 2 Michigan on the road in Boog and Kevin back with you. Let's check in on number 2 Michigan on the road in Lincoln, Nebraska, and J.J. McCarthy. Boog, look at all the time he has there in the pocket.
Yeah, 1 Mississippi, 4 or 5. Yeah, he had like 7 Mississippi, and then he threw in the double coverage. That wasn't even a good pass. Just a great play by the receiver.
Roman Wilson right there. Give me that. It's mine. Then Cornelius Johnson. They like to do this trickeration. More time for J.J. and then the bullet there across the middle. And then he'll keep it right here for 21 yards.
Yeah, but this is what you love. When the play breaks down, can he make a play? And J.J. has proven during his career he can do that.
28-0 Michigan at the half. Real big challenge for them, of course, will be in Happy Valley in November. Penn State, a little sleepy start here. 27-point favorites at Northwestern. At one point they were down, and then Northwestern, they were down 10, and they decided to go for the trickeration with the fake punt. Penn State smelled it. Then they got the running game and the backs involved in Nicholas Singleton.
Yeah, that's what you worry about. Anytime you're trying to pull an upset, Kev, you got to be able to do it for 4 quarters, and usually it doesn't happen. But good job by Penn State waking up in Evanston.
41-13 the final. They got Ohio State in 3 weeks. Meanwhile, undefeated Mizzou, number 23 in the land, on the road at Vandy. Ken Seals going in. And Vandy, it's the Commodores up 7-3.
How about the Doors? Anchor down, Kev. Anchor down.
Brady Cook back here for Mizzou, and then the power gamer to the outside. Yeah, Cody Schrader. Tough one here for Mizzou, 10-7 in the second quarter on the SEC network. Hey, Malik Neighbors, what do you need to see from him tonight as LSU's on the road at Ole Miss?
Well, not just to do it by himself. Can he bring some of the other receivers with him? We know he's outstanding, over 500 yards receiving so far. But who else is going to step up besides him on the road in the SEC in a hostile environment, Kev? Can the Tigers defense show up also?
We're expecting a ton of fireworks for this game in Oxford on ESPN coming up in 48 minutes. More after this.
ESPN College Football is brought to you by The Creator. Experience the must-see movie event. Only in theaters now. Rated PG-13.
Welcome to the new open web, where combining both offline and online measurement is the new standard, so you can see the full impact of your media spend. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now.
Aim driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours on America. 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
Businesses need 5G solutions today. That's why they choose. Businesses need 5G solutions today. That's why they choose T-Mobile for Business. MLB partners with T-Mobile to not only enhance the fan experience, but to advance how the game is played. AAA relies on T-Mobile's network to stay connected nationwide so they can help get their members back on the road. And we're helping Pano AI innovate to stop the spread of wildfires. Now's the time to see what America's largest 5G network can do for your business.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think they got in the house.
I think you're right.
And of course, one, this particular rose bush.
Stay away from my family! Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
Ranger! He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
This halftime report is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tomorrow morning, live from Andy's room, it's Toy Story Fun Day Football.
Hey, look at us. We're cartoons.
The Falcons and Jaguars will also be cartoons, joined by all your favorite characters from Toy Story. Toy Story Fun Day Football, tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Disney+. Cannot wait to watch. Thank you, Drew, on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Hey, it's the real Booger McFarlane and then the cartoon one.
Kev, I didn't know if I could be more impressed with how I look as a cartoon than I am right now. Seriously.
You peaked.
I just took a look.
It's all
come on,
downhill
Kev.
from there, all right?
I look amazing.
I look amazing.
I'm just being honest.
That is amazing. I cannot wait for this performance tomorrow. Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. We also got Monday Night Football coming your way. Seahawks and Giants and Peyton and Eli with the Manicast on ESPN2. That is Monday, but make sure you check out.
We're not worried about that. We're worried about tomorrow morning.
ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, 9:30 Eastern Time. Daniel Highshaw, right place, right time, doing the right thing. Kansas, that's how they would score, but Texas gets the ball up 13-7 coming up after
Hey,
this.
how would you look as a cartoon?
Spectacular.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web, built for now.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns, roads, infrastructure. They don't stop at halfway. And good luck finding a small business owner who's happy with an 80% effort. Percent assembled in America, because we're all in on America. 100% assembled in America, because we're all in on America.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way. If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today, because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
Who says you can't go for bold without going broke? Get the brands you want, the prices you want, whenever you want. TJ Maxx, where you can always afford to be you to the max.
With the Home Depot app, the tools to keep the job moving are always in reach. Need specialized equipment? Tool, truck, and equipment rentals are just a tap away. Working a tight schedule? Order with our app and have it delivered to the job site for free. Managing expenses? Use our app to easily track and earn your Pro Extra benefits. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Businesses need 5G solutions today. That's why they choose T-Mobile for Business. MLB partners with T-Mobile to not only enhance the fan experience, but to advance how the game is played. AAA relies on T-Mobile's network to stay connected nationwide so they can help get their members back on the road. And we're helping Pano AI innovate to stop the spread of wildfires. Now's the time to see what America's largest 5G network can do for your business.
Our oldest son, Stephen, had been stationed in the Marine Corps. He came home on a visit.
We hadn't seen him for so long.
Stephen said, I haven't had a Chick-fil-A sandwich in over 3 years.
It was late at night.
We were closing, and the phone rings. Stephen explains his situation, and I told him to come inside, and we were gonna get him whatever he would like.
Stephen gobbled up that sandwich in like 2 bites. It's been a while since we've seen him.
We miss him.
We brought a care package for Steve.
I'll take that.
Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of... Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
And this is the Big 12 Conference.
Welcome back to the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week.
And this is the Big 12 Conference on ESPN from Austin, Texas. Number 3, Texas. Number 24, Kansas. 13-7 in favor of the Horns as we head toward the second half. Sean McDonough and Greg McElroy, really statistically, total domination for Texas, but just a 6-point lead.
Yeah, struggled when they got on the opponent's side of the 50. Kansas did a great job in the red zone, forcing a couple field goals, some negative plays there as they crossed the 10-yard line and really kind of weathered the storm. It felt like Texas was going to run away early. Kansas makes a big play, and next thing you know, it's a 6-point ball game here at the half.
The numbers tell the story. Almost a 2-to-1 time of possession advantage, 342 yards. Kansas ran 4 plays in Texas territory in the half. Texas ran 23 in Jayhawk territory. It's a squib kick, and it's covered at the 30-yard line. So Texas will start there after we check in with Molly McGrath.
Well, Sean, Kansas head coach Lance Leipold confirmed we will not see quarterback Jalen Daniels in this second half. He's ruled out for the rest of the day with a back injury. As you know, he didn't even start in the game after re-aggravating an injury in warm-ups. But I'm told that he was giving his team a speech in the locker room, firing them up. So he's still making an impact as a leader with this team. And Leipold told his current starter, Jason Bean, you just need to settle in. We're doing some good things in the option game, but you're a better passer than you showed in the first half. I need you to step up.
Yeah, they're 0 for 5, Kansas, on throws 10 yards or more in the air down the field. Jonathan Brooks got a yard. He's up to 124 yards rushing. 3 straight 100-yard games now for Brooks. Over the last decade, the only other Longhorns to rush for 100 or more in 3 straight, Bijan Robinson and Deontay Foreman. After the play fake, plenty of time. Ewers deep, up for grabs and incomplete. Broken up by Mello Dotson. He had the coverage on Adonai Mitchell.
Looked like as Ewers threw it, just kind of left too much air underneath it, which allowed Mello Dotson plenty of time to kind of get closer to the wide receiver to close the gap, timed his jump perfectly, and forced the incompletion. That was well defended
by Dotson. His opposite corner, Kobe Bryant, gets more attention, but the coaches appreciate Dotson. I think his 26th career start. Ewers looked like he might get sacked. He lunges, and he has the first down. It's that improved mobility with the weight loss, a 10-yard gain.
And this was a nice job by Quinn Ewers. Brought some pressure off his right-hand side. He slips out the back to the left for a nice gain.
And they come quickly to the line. Flags fly everywhere as Brooks was the ball carrier. Kevin Boitman, the referee, wasn't very busy.
12 players in the defense on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That was good recognition there by Steve Sarkisian, giving his offense a heads up. Caught Kansas in a substitution, and they go with the quick snap, and it results in a nice 5-yard penalty.
Well, we showed the numbers. I think if you're the Kansas coaches, you would be concerned about fatigue on your defense as much as they've been out there on this very hot day. The throw behind Keelan Robinson, he couldn't rescue it. He was open along the sideline.
There haven't been many misses from Quinn Ewers in this game, but so far early here in the second half, a couple throws that were just a little bit off target. That one right there, missing an open receiver, too much air on the deep ball. Not quite in a rhythm right now here in the second half.
14 out of 20 for 162 and his first interception of the season. Brooks! Goodbye! Jonathan Brooks! 54 yards for the Texas touchdown.
And just a great job up front. If you look at the double teams, you see a lot of misdirection, guys going across, but Brooks just seams it right up the middle. Just excellent work there by the interior of that offensive line, and the aggressive safety play of Kansas. Their safety came up way too fast and way too wide, and there was nothing between Brooks and the end zone. Just a great start to the second half for the Horns.
Jake Majors and DJ Campbell, center and right guard, open the hole. Bert Auburn lines one through for the extra point. What a day for the sophomore Jonathan Brooks. He had a 67-yard run earlier. Now he has a 54-yard touchdown. 13 carries and 180 yards in a 13-point lead for Texas.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media, combining AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers. Viant, built for now. Built for now. For the new open web, built for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and the knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours for more than 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
At Marshall's, our buyers go to great lengths to find you great deals on great quality products. It's great. Everything here is great. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshall's.
Hey, wake up. The words in your head, you're the only one that can hear them. Say it. Yes, I can. Move. Feel it. Hold on to this feeling. Yes, I can. Yes, I must. Watch me.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times. You'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
3 straight 100-yard games for 3 straight 100-yard games for Jonathan Brooks, and a new career high, surpassing the 164 he put up in his first career start against Wyoming. Reason to celebrate here in Austin. Third year in the program for Brooks. He was a backup the last 2 years. Matter of fact, he had 197 yards rushing all last season behind Bijan Robinson. He's almost reached that today, and he probably will, the way this is going. Another touchback.
And he deserves tremendous credit up front, too. The offensive line, you see the left side of it here. Kelvin Banks and Helm doing a great job blocking down. You see the pullers out around, and he's out the gate for a really long run. Then they get counter action, blocking down on the right-hand side. pull helm out and around, and he's on a safety. And then this time, that safety, Kenny Logan, coming up way too aggressively to the left-hand side. It seemed right up the middle, and Brooks finds pay dirt. He's been absolutely terrific. Nearly 14 yards a carry here in the first, 31 minutes of the ball game.
So now Kansas on offense, and it's Devin Neal, who had just one touch in the second quarter when the offense was hardly on the field. Stop for nothing there.
I think it's going to be very important for Texas to play much better between the tackles and then their safeties. Knowing that Bean has struggled a little bit with accuracy, they need to do a better job on the perimeter. The perimeter run game has given them some fits, triple option in particular. So let's see how Texas adjusts in the second half with their front seven, and then how quickly their safeties trigger when they see the run.
We're about to see that option to the left again from Kansas. Worked so well in the first half. Beautiful throw by Bean. Jason Bean on target to Jared Casey, who became a Jayhawk legend when he caught that 2-point conversion here 2 years ago to win the game in overtime. That one's good for 16 and a Kansas first down.
And Casey has gone from being just a great story to a great player. I mean, you talk to some of the guys on the staff for Kansas. He was 6'4". He'd be playing anywhere he wanted in college football, but he's a little on the short side, about 5'10", 5'11". But he has really rounded into an excellent, versatile player for the Jayhawks offense.
The shift into the pistol with Neal behind Jason Bean. A 1-yard gain on first down. Jalen Ford and Ethan Burke combining on the stop for the Longhorns. Bean steps in. They're going to keep trying that deep ball, and this time they're on target. Touchdown, Trevor Wilson. .58 yards, and the Jayhawks back within one score.
And a great job here. As you can see, Jahdae Barron, he knows that Bean is a huge threat to run, so his eyes are inside. He doesn't even see the receiver that's running right past him in a one-on-one against a flat-footed safety. That's impossible for the safety to cover, but because of the run game and the commitment to stopping the run that Texas has, they get a free run on a safety, big post, and a terrific throw from Bean for the touchdown.
Seth Keller adds the extra point. Just the second career touchdown for Wilson, another one of those transfers from Buffalo. The other one was back in 2021 against Baylor. He had an early drop here today, took that one in. 20-14 Texas. The Longhorns continue to hang in.
The Little League World Series champions!
Chris Vaughn telling his son that he was being drafted. You want to come to work with me next week? Makes it so magical.
Deuce Vaughn in the end zone!
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today, because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering Viant, built for the new open web, built for now. To reach new open web, built for now, built for now. For the new open web, built for now.
This October 10th and 11th, Prime Big Deal Days give Prime members exclusive access to 2 days of big savings, which means you're kind of a big deal. Prime Big Deal Days.
Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now.
From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now.
But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Coming up on Sunday NFL Countdown before 2 and the Dolphins take on the Bills. See how surfing has inspired their touchdown leader, and look at how Taylor Swift has become the talk of the NFL. That's at 8:30 Eastern, a special time. Then Monday Night Football. Apparently they want me to read faster. I'll try. The Seahawks and the Giants at MetLife Stadium at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN and ESPN Deportes.
Yeah, did you hear that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are dating?
I have.
That's big. That's pretty big news. We saw it on TikTok.
I think we all hope to be invited to the wedding. Peyton and Eli will be on ESPN2 Monday night, of course. Brother Cooper is here today. Cooper Manning. So Kansas, which had 39 yards passing prior to that last play, got a 58-yard touchdown pass, Bean to Wilson. And now the kickoff is misplayed, and Robinson will take an E. Here's Molly.
Well, Sean, we have some injury updates for the Longhorns. Tight end Jatavion Sanders is out for the rest of the game with a left ankle injury. He just came out of the locker room in street clothes. And corner Ryan Watts is also ruled out for the second half with a leg injury. Sean.
Well, Steve Sarkisian talked to us yesterday about how they have so much more quality depth than they did when he arrived here 3 years ago.
They do, but when you start losing, I mean, game changers like a Jatavion Sanders, that can really impact the way a defense aligns to defend you.
On first down, C.J. Baxter hit from behind. You didn't see that one coming. And it is Austin Booker again. What a great addition he has been to this Kansas defense this year.
Man, has he ever. What a big hit right there.
Baxter again wrestled down at the 32. Here comes a big third down for Texas. 4 out of 8 on third down today.
I'm loving this down and distance. The guy I'm looking at, I mean, it's automatic, and third and medium is number 13, Jordan Whittington. He's so reliable, so effective. And here he is right here lined up at the number 3. I mean, he's your third down go-to guy, especially against zone coverage.
Third down and 3. Texas has not punted today. Over the middle. Good catch by Mitchell. And he gets the first down. Put the brakes on right around the 35-yard line. They cherry picked it up with a 5-yard play.
Take a look to see whether or not that ball is fumbled. Starting to move a little bit as he's going to the ground, but it looked like that right knee was down before he actually lost control.
J.B. Brown the play for the Kansas defense. 6 for 90. Brad Nye Mitchell. Another good pocket, another lofty pass down the field, incomplete. Intended for a stumbling Mitchell. With Marvin Grant in coverage. Second and 10.
Another deep ball, just a little bit off the mark from Quinn Ewers. Really improved in that part of his game. That one just a little long for the intended receiver.
See Kansas trying to substitute whenever they can. Grant, after that long run on defense, went off. Baxter the ball carrier. And another third down. Can the KU defense get off the field? We've gone under 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Lance Leipold and Steve Sarkisian, each in his third year. A lot of similarities. Steve Sarkisian noted that both coaches benefited from inheriting good players from the previous staff who have been key players and still are, and key team leaders. Four receivers go out into the pattern. Beautiful throw. Worthy got belted drafted along the far sideline, but had enough for the first down with about a yard to spare before he got hit hard by Kobe Bryant, who's been in the weight room a lot the last few years and has become much more physical.
And this was a great job here by Xavier Worthy, knowing exactly how far he had to go to convert that third down. He goes a yard past the sticks, and even with the big hit, it was enough to move the chains.
Extended fake by Ewers, and he is sacked. Back at the 46-yard line, the second KU sack, this one from Jeremy Robinson, a junior from Montgomery, Alabama.
Tell you what, these defensive ends for Kansas, I mean, just completely different than what they've been in recent years. That time, obviously, working against the excellent Kelvin Banks. And it naturally, as Ewers kind of had to hold the ball a little longer than he wanted to, Robinson peels off and makes the play.
4.5 sacks already this season for Robinson. Ewers on target again. Jonte Cook, the true freshman, very highly recruited, an explosive playmaker, and he almost went the distance, got 30. 26 officially now, 16 after the catch. They spot the ball back at the 28. Problem with the snap, and Brooks falls on it, but a big loss back to the 43-yard line.
Man, this ball, I think, was snapped a little bit too early. Quinn Ewers' eyes were still working right to left, and the ball hits him right in the helmet. Didn't look like at that point he was prepared to receive the snap. Just an unfortunate miscommunication there between him and the junior Jake Majors, the center.
A loss of 15, more than midway through the third quarter now. Ewers trying to set up a screen, and it falls incomplete. Deflected by Jeremy Robinson. Another big play by the junior defensive end. And they were trying to set that screen up for Gunnar Helm, and you have to think that would have been Jatavion Sanders. Were he not in street clothes, it really doesn't matter if the pass doesn't get through.
And tough job right there, trying to throw that little interior screen. Got a big defensive end that's unblocked.
3rd and 25. They try to get it all, or they try to get close enough to try a field goal and take a 2-score lead. Ewers flushed back over the middle. Nice catch by Mitchell. They do get into field goal range at the 30, but they're 12 yards short of the first down. Kenny Logan, the big hit, senior from St. Augustine, Florida.
And that was a good job there by Ewers. Don't take too long trying to survey and pick up a first down. Just give yourself a chance to kick the field goal. And that's exactly what he did, and a great catch too by Adonai Mitchell.
It's going to be a 47-yard try. A little bit of a breeze at his back, and Bert Auburn is off. Not the kicker so far this year that he has been. Uneasy feeling in this stadium and in the gut of Steve Sarkisian. They have 454 yards of offense with 6.5 to go in the third quarter, and still just a 6-point lead.
It starts here, in this field, this lab, this classroom, and this town. The University of Texas at Austin is unleashing knowledge and opportunity. We're drawing on our roots and looking to the future, becoming the world's highest impact public research university. Because what starts here changes the world.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our town. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America. Because we're all in on America. F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily, binding AI with human insight, creating new ways to reach customers and new standards of measurement, both on and offline. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. Built for the new open web. Built for now.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way. If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
At Marshall's, our buyers hustle every day to get you great deals on all the good stuff. Like this stuff, and that stuff. And ooh, that's some really good stuff. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshall's.
Sean, do you mean this one, the one with titanium? No way I could trade this busted up thing for one. Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them. What? Yep, and on an amazing network. And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties. Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, and Molly McGrath back in Austin, Texas. It's the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week. Texas with a 6-point lead. They've run 56 plays to 26 for Kansas. More than double them up in total yardage, but the yards per play is actually 8.2 to 8.1 in favor of Kansas. Their offense should be well rested. So should the Texas defense. Bean, after some fakes, trying to throw a wheel to Neal, and it is incomplete. Covered by Baron Sorrell, a defensive end who was running in coverage with Neal. Well down the field at 6'4", 261 pounds.
That just speaks to just how well coached Texas is. They tried to go with a little bit of a trick play throwback, but the defensive end sniffed it out, and Sorrell actually ends up making the play.
The Texas defense has made dramatic improvement in 3 years under Steve Sarkisian. He's had the exact same defensive coaching staff all 3 years. Devin Neal got 4. There were some who were calling for Pete Kwiatkowski's head, the defensive coordinator. Very rough first season here. But they came into today giving up just 12.5 points per game. Kansas, the best in the country, entering today on 3rd down, is 0 for 4 here in Austin. It looked like the right tackle moved. There was movement at the right end of the line. Pass is complete. No, there's going to be an offside call here against Texas.
Offside, number 91, defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay.
That was Ethan Burke. Guilty of the offside, so they'll take the penalty because the play did not get the first down.
And Burke trying to pin his ears back and go right around the corner in an obvious passing down situation. He just falls forward at the snap, which sets up obviously a much more manageable 3rd and 1.
Here's Pete Kwiatkowski. Terrific player at Boise State. Defensive lineman in their Hall of Fame. Coached there a long time. Mostly out on the West Coast. His coaching career. 3rd down and 1. And they do not get it. Or do they? It'll depend on the mark. It looked like they had him stopped, and they did. It was Highshaw who came in at running back. And what's Lance Leipold going to do? He told us yesterday we're going to need to take some chances. But then again, you're in the game getting late in the third quarter. They're going to go for it. They have about a foot to go. And their best running back, Neal, not on the field. Play clock running down. They better hurry if they intend to snap it. 3 seconds on the clock. And nobody lined up at quarterback.
Timeout.
Looked like they were set up to have a wildcat snap to Daniel Highshaw.
30 seconds.
It's the first timeout either coach has used today.
Got to wonder here if you're Lance Leipold, who's just a tremendous coach for the Kansas Jayhawks, probably sensing a little bit that his defense is starting to run on empty just a little bit. They've hung in there, they've battled, they've given up a ton of plays, but they've been on the field for nearly 26 minutes and have had to defend 56 offensive snaps for the Longhorns. So probably sensing here that his defense might need a little extra time, so being a little more aggressive going for it on the 4th and short. I agree with it too.
I do too. Huge play with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. 4th down and a foot. Kansas down by 6. They're at their own 39. They had trouble with the handoff. Looked like Bean wanted to keep it. Highshaw didn't get it. And Texas takes over on the fumble recovery. Jahdae Barron wound up with the ball. The first Kansas turnover of this game.
And they try to go with the triple option that they had some success with earlier in the game. Bean is trying to pull it, but Highshaw, the running back, is holding on for dear life. As a result, the ball hits the deck. And a big stand there for the Longhorn defense.
Well, who do you blame that on?
You blame it on the running back. I mean, the quarterback has the right to be able to pull it as long as it doesn't get past his own right hip. So he's trying to pull it. The running back can't double over the football, so just poorly done there by Highshaw.
Bean saw some room outside to the left. It just looked like it was very late to try to yank it away. And now Brooks down to the 25-yard line. 7 more for 187. Well, clearly Highshaw wanted to keep it. He must have looked at what he had in front of him, been convinced he was going to make it. Brooks ripping through the defense now. Do you wonder if they're a little disconsolate after that big development? It's an 11-yard run.
Yeah, and a similar play that they actually scored on earlier, just right downhill for Jonathan Brooks.
With that hole between the center and the right guard opening up with regularity. Brooks another carry. That gets him over 200 for the first time in his career to 202.
Second down, 7.
It is still very hot here with the temperature in the mid-90s. C.J. Baxter yanked down just shy of the goal line. Kenny Logan saved the touchdown. 10 yards on the run for the true freshman Baxter.
Can't imagine Texas getting too cute down here. Clearly you have the Jayhawks defense on their heels. It's a bit of a will-breaking drive in a way. Got to think Quinn Ewers just go under center. They bring in Byron Murphy, the big defensive tackle, to play fullback and just pound it straight ahead.
Murphy has scored a touchdown on a catch against Wyoming. Leading away for Brooks. Huge hole. Touchdown, Texas.
And just another great job by the right side of this offensive line. You're going to see a lot of action out in front, and it's just a walk-in as they completely wash down the right side. And Brooks finds pay dirt yet again. Just a tremendous push up front there by the offensive line.
They're going to go for 2, which makes sense at this juncture. Try to make it a 14-point game late in the third quarter. Quinn Ewers on the design roll. Lobs it back in the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Adonai Mitchell. Kenny Logan had the coverage for a defense that must be a little tired.
They have to be. I mean, and this offensive line is a big, physically imposing group. I mean, the right side alone with Christian Jones, 321 pounds, and DJ Campbell, nearly 350. I mean, those guys just weighing on you over and over and over again certainly takes its toll. And we talked about it on the onset. Kansas does not have tremendous depth defensively. They have good frontline players, but just not enough to go the distance in what is a heavyweight battle. As you see Brooks, obviously the beneficiary of a defense that's starting to wear down, and obviously a tremendous performance against a defense that coming into today had been playing really good football.
Saw the graphic, the most rushing yards by a Longhorn against an AP top 25 opponent in the last 20 seasons. Deontay Foreman 250 against number 8 Baylor in 2016. Bijan Robinson 209 last year against Kansas State. Bijan ran for 243 against Kansas up in Lawrence last year, but the Jayhawks weren't ranked heading into that game. Kickoff is a touchback. Now a quick word from Cheez-It.
I'm RG3Z. See you next time. Hey, who changed my name to RG3Z?
Me? It's a great combo. Like college football and Cheez-It, you like?
You better believe it.
And how will college football fans feel?
They're gonna be feeling the cheesiest!
So Jason Bean and the offense back out there after the huge miscue on the 4th and short. The last time they were out there on the field. Jalen Daniels, their usual starter, unable to play today with back stiffness after he practiced all week, but it had bothered him earlier in the year. Highshaw stacked up at the 29. They'll mark it at the 30 for a gain of 5.
It's absolutely imperative for Kansas here to put a little bit of a drive together. Their defense is clearly running on empty right now, so just to put a drive together, obviously you want to get points naturally, but if nothing else, just give them a little time on the sidelines to regroup and get their legs back underneath them.
The Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week from Austin, Texas. Jason Bean throws it away under pressure. Jerry Bledsoe brought the heat. Third and 6. Really 3rd and 5 as they spotted on the 30-yard line. And they're 0 for 5 on 3rd down. Play fake. Bean on the run, diving attempt. It's incomplete. Intended for Luke Grimm, who's one of their best receivers. He does not have a catch today. They've only completed 4 passes now for 12 yards.
Pete Kwiatkowski here, probably sensing a little blood in the water. And the Sharks start to swirl, bringing pressure and understanding, especially with this edge defender there, number 41, Jalen Ford, him keeping contained, forcing the incompletion.
Jamin Greaves, his 5th punt. After a couple of muffs last week, they weren't going to take a chance on trying to catch it. 42-yard punt. Coming up tonight on ABC and the ESPN app, number 11 Notre Dame in Durham, North Carolina to take on number 17 Duke. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. One of the 3 ranked versus ranked games on this Saturday. We have one here, LSU and Ole Miss later tonight on ESPN. Duke familiar with Sam Hartman from his time at Wake Forest. Now's made a terrific transition to Notre Dame. 7th all-time in touchdown passes.
He's going to have his work cut out for him tonight, going against an excellent defensive staff.
and players. It's a talented Duke team. C.J. Baxter ahead for 2. We're under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Quinn Ewers looking to the sideline to Steve Sarkisian. The fake to Baxter, wide open receiver, look out. Xavier Worthy, and Kobe Bryant able to shove him out of bounds. 39-yard gain. 22 of it after the catch by the junior from Fresno, California.
These routes are just so difficult to cover. I mean, the protection up front, terrific from the Longhorn offensive line. Quinn Ewers, the way they're running the football, it's forcing those safeties to be very active and aware of what's going on in the backfield, and you get the one-on-ones on the outside that are impossible to defend.
Baxter stacked up. It'll be the last play of the quarter. Cornell Wheeler in on the stop for Kansas. Texas trying to get to 5-0 for the first time since 2009. They lead at the end of the third quarter, 26-14. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
We have a special guest today on ESPN College Game Day, the Geico Gecko.
Look, just get to the part when you tell everyone how easy it is to ensure what's important to them. Home, car, even RV. Come on, there's an RV right there. Did he even see the talking points I gave him?
I don't believe so, sir. For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
Desmond?
I forgot the talking points.
We don't know any first responders who only give 90%. Or farmers, the workers who build our towns, roads, infrastructure. They don't stop at halfway. That's why they use Ford trucks. Ford F-Series, 100% assembled in America. Because we're all in on America. Because we're all in on America.
TargetCircle.com and get ready for Target Circle Week. October 1st to the 7th, and members get to save deals early. Save on toys you want, groceries you need, and styles you love with Target Circle. Not a member? Join now for free at Target.com and get ready for Target Circle Week.
Wait, we're doing this in person? This will be great. All right, homie, fantasy draft time. Wait, we're doing this in person? This will be great. Yeah, sure, let's all go to Gary's house. Gary can host 12 people. Bing, what's a dip I can make with what's in my fridge? Baked cheesy cauliflower dip? That sounds amazing. Bing, what's a fantasy football team name that uses cauliflower? California Dreamin'. That's a top play. Homie, no!
And exhale. Tune in to your chakras.
Yo, Drake, you feeling this yoga stuff? Kendall, dude, I feel wonderful. How are you so calm? I got that Schwab swagger. Schwab swagger? Here, try this Schwab dog.
Get your swag on with Schwab Meat, the official mouth-watering hot dog of OU and OSU athletics.
Namaste.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat. So you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Critics are calling The Creator the best film of the year and the best sci-fi film in the past decade. a cinematic masterpiece.
Joshua, take care of her.
I promise. It's breathtaking in scale and vision. See this film on the biggest screen possible.
Oh, seatbelts.
The Creator, rated PG-13, now playing only in theaters.
Coach, what do you need to see from your team in this fourth quarter?
Well, I just want to see us finish the way we've been finishing all year. You know, we've been moving the ball well. It was great to get a turnover and play complimentary football. Clearly, we're having some issues in the kicking game, so we got to find a way to score touchdowns here.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Molly.
Well, he'll be happy with the balance. It's one of the things he said the first 4 games of the season. Sometimes they were much more successful running, sometimes passing. Today, 275 rushing, 253 passing. 5:28 through 3 quarters, and you can add to that total on the completion. Quinn Ewers to Xavier Worthy, and a first down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Such strong hands there from Xavier Worthy. Great catch.
Going against one of the best in the Big 12 and Kobe Bryant. Here's Baxter. And they're just getting it in big chunks now. O.J. Burrows the tackle. Baxter wants to continue to eat. Brooks has 202. C.J. Baxter up to 62. And perhaps they should have gone to a different menu item. Ewers, as we mentioned, grew up in Southlake, Texas, Carroll High School. They ever put on any quarterbacks?
A couple, yeah.
Including Greg McElroy and Chase Daniel. Wanted to be a Longhorn, went to Ohio State instead at the very last minute, August, right before his senior year of high school. Jonathan Brooks back in. He told us yesterday that it was a hard decision. It's been reported that NIL money played a part in it, reportedly more than $1 million, but it was not a great 4 months. He was deep on the depth chart in Columbus for only 4 months. Appreciated the experience he got there, but came here to Texas with high expectations. Played pretty well for a lot of last year. Got hurt in the game against Alabama, but wasn't satisfied with his life on or off the field. Made a lot of changes. He's a much better player this year with a lot of talent around him. 3rd and 8. End zone touchdown. Adonai Mitchell adds a touchdown for the Longhorns.
This is a great job by Quinn Ewers. He keeps his eyes to the right-hand side. He sees that corner stays shallow, which gives him plenty of room to work. Big 6'5" target. Adonai Mitchell in the back of the end zone is well-timed on the throw. And it was an easy pitch and catch for yet another touchdown for the Longhorns.
In addition, Mitchell's been in the transfer portal. 8 for 113 receiving and a touchdown. And Bert Auburn adds the extra point, and finally some breathing room for the Texas Longhorns against this talented and pesky Kansas team. Mitchell the touchdown. Ewers the touchdown pass to the delight of his parents and sister.
Welcome to life in the new open web, where innovation keeps pace with imagination, and the future arrives daily. Viant is pioneering a new approach to media. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now. Built for now. Line. Viant, built for the new open web. Built for now.
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours on America. 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
If you're filing a claim, it's urgent, and we treat it that way.
Since we're here in Oklahoma, we can get agents and adjusters to you quickly, so you can get on with your most important business, your life.
Whether it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday or after a huge storm, we're here to help.
We did it that way when I started 27 years ago, and we're still first on the scene today, because if it's urgent to you, it's urgent to us.
Made of and made for Oklahomans.
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do. It's the fastest mobile service around. With the best price for 2 lines of unlimited, only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds in savings a year when you wave bye to the other guys. All on the most reliable 5G network nationwide. You really shouldn't walk out the front door without it. Switch today at xfinitymobile.com.
Who says you can't get everything you want? Like going for bold without going broke. And staying true to your taste while staying on budget. Who says rising costs means lowering the bar? Settling? No need. Get the brands you want, the prices you want, whenever you want. TJ Maxx, where you can always afford to be you to the max.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year, they didn't put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Quinn Ewers, his first touchdown pass of the day, his 10th of the season. And never losing his shot, Shane Marshall, one of the great cameramen in sports television, and a tough guy. He's a big, strong guy.
Very strong, very tough. He's earned a beer after the game after that collision. Nicely done.
Will Stone, the kickoff. And it's a touchback. And tomorrow will be a very special day here in Austin. There'll be a celebration of life, 2:30 tomorrow. The LBJ Library here in Austin. In memory of Bill Little, longtime administrator here at the University of Texas in the athletic department, who passed away in August at age 81. There's the Bill Little Media Center right outside our booth. He worked for Texas athletics for more than 50 years. And how about that streak? He worked 521 straight football games. The Longhorn record, it was almost broken in 1995 before the Sugar Bowl. He had a heart attack. Doctor said he shouldn't go. He said, I'll be more stressed if I'm in a hospital watching it on TV. And just one of the absolute nicest people I've ever met. Any trip to Austin, you look forward to it for a lot of reasons, including knowing you're going to see Bill Little. Mac Brown, his dear friend, will be here tomorrow to be one of the speakers. And may Bill rest in peace. What a wonderful, wonderful man. And greatly missed. You know he's loving this one up there today. So down now by 19 points. Texas leading 33-14. Kansas has just 7 first downs. Playing without their starting quarterback. Being under duress. I mean, I know, Greg, you need to fling it, and this is a very well-regarded offensive staff for Kansas, and deservedly so. But
no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the tackle box.
Bean has great strength as a runner. We saw him do it very effectively early, and it's as if they've totally gone away from the design quarterback runs and those wide options.
Yeah, and really the perimeter run game, really more than anything else. That's where they really did some damage early in the ball game, and they just haven't had much of a rhythm offensively at all in the second half. They, of course, had the big play, but outside of that, hasn't been a whole lot for the Jayhawks.
Here comes a blitz, and it's Highshaw running for his life, and he's chopped down by Michael Taff, a backup safety, sophomore from Austin. Westlake, a 4-yard loss.
Well, here's an effort at a perimeter run game. Of course, it's well defended there initially by Baron Sorrell. Slows down Highshaw just enough to allow the secondary defenders to close as Taft makes a nice play behind the line of scrimmage.
Let me ask you this question again, almost like there was some miscommunication on whether it's going to be a handoff or not. We saw the really costly miscommunication with Bean and Highshaw. How much of that do you think is a product of Bean doesn't get the reps in practice? He stumbles forward, gets nowhere near the first down.
That's definitely a factor. I mean, you are working naturally. You're starting quarterback. It's no different than developing chemistry in the summer with your wide receivers. I mean, one quarterback throws it a little differently than the other, and the first string wide receivers have great rapport more often than not with the starting quarterback. Meanwhile, the backups usually have pretty good rapport as well, but when a guy is thrust into the starting role,